Okay, well now the camera isn't working, but at least I'm online right now. At least it says I'm online. It's already been an interesting day of streaming, 10 minutes late, which is fine. That actually is not that bad comparatively to other times, so doing good so far. I am slouching a bit in order to reach the mic, but let's get the video working first. Hello! Hello! I know how to get that one going, that's easy. Okay, so it took me a bit to finally get to goings, so let me at least just adjust my information inside of switch. Well, yeah, I am. You crazy? Gotta switch that. I'm gonna use some hashtags, some juicy hashtags here. And one more, una más. See, how about that one? Okay. And then I need to add my descriptione and make sure that my links are all proper. Okay. Save on that. Okay, Z's. And then I gotta do, let's see. Thumbnail. Hang on, I see there is one chat, but I can't see it yet. I gotta put my thumbnail. What is today? June 4th? Yeah. Put that there. Put that. Damn it! It's too bigger than 2 gig or 2 megs. Let me. Gotta do a little bit of photo editing here, real quick. Photo editing? Picture editing? I have to change the size of a picture. I gotta put the picture in there. Oh yeah. Here's my clickbait title, admittedly. But sometimes you gotta clickbait stuff. I wasn't very good at saying what I wanted to there, but I tried. So that's the right pixels. But I betcha it's still gonna squish. Yeah, weird. It still squishes. I guess maybe I'm not doing the proper thing for what it's called. I'm losing all of my words here because I'm trying to multitask. Okay. There we go. All right, good. Oh, well, I guess I didn't have a chat. I thought I did have a chat. I thought somebody chatted, but it might have been a spammy. Spam bot spams a lot. It happens. Oh my god, this is the same lo-fi chill hop music that I've been having in like all of my videos. I really should just find a new whatchapalooza, you know? Keyframes? There's something about keyframes? Well, I don't need to have that open anymore. Okay, and then we are, I think, I didn't check Twitch, but I'm pretty sure I'm online on Twitch. We are currently online. And Discord is not open, but let's open it. Wabam! Alright, we're cruising. We are just like, we're going fast, and we're going fast and hard. Okay, let's not giving a message that I didn't really want to give, and that's you know, you don't want to do that. You don't want to miscommunicate. So I've been online for 5 minutes and I've already remembered to say like and subscribe. And also, first of all, see, so I'm getting better at this already. Let's just move this bad boy a little bit. Maybe angle it so that I can show my lovely face. You know, you got it. This is the money maker right here. You know, I gotta show it. Gotta show it. And then people will be like, what's up? And I'll be like, hello. And they'll be like, how's your day going? I'll be like, it's going pretty good. Going pretty good. So obviously, it's a clickbait title. You know, I don't think tipping as a concept is evil, but it has at many different times in its history been used for such and to justify such. We're gonna just react to a few things today, but also I'm just gonna kind of regale y'all with my own little, you know, stories about my experience with tip culture. It includes the thrill of wage theft and the agony of owners having to be held accountable for trying to steal money from their employees. So, suspense, intrigue, mystery. And as I explained yesterday, tipping is old, but and I can be traced back, I think, to medieval England, Europe. The point is, today we're talking about tipping culture in America, in the good old US of A, where the amber waves of grain do something, purple mountains, land of my father, corn, land of my father's corn, indeed. So if the opinion that you have that is, you know, contradictory or you know, toxic to my own, then I appreciate it, but try to keep it limited to the US in that box, all right, that we're going to vogue our way into over the course of the next hour or so. If this is your first time, if this is your first time, you should know that my dog farts, and it is terrible. It is the worst smell that I've ever smelled, and she just did it, which is why I'm mentioning that. Additionally, I am Goose. I run this channel that is festooned with my name, and I do this video game thing, and I do this reaction thing, and I put it into, you know, the internet, out into the ether, and you know, kind of see how much I can engage with my community, and that's me in a nutshell. I'm sorry, this is me in a nutshell. Oh, help, I'm trapped in a nutshell. Oh, I can't get out of this nutshell. That's an Austin Powers reference. That's right, I'm an old man, and that's a good demonstration of exactly how old I am. I had to restart. I'm itching my leg. It is so itchy. I have seasonal allergies, and it sometimes results in like super dry skin, and so I have to buy a hydrating like portable air conditioner, but my apartment is prone to mold, and so I have to buy dehumidifiers for the rest of the house. It is insane. And you know what? I don't mind the chaos. I think it's fun to kind of do upkeep on the humidifiers and filters and stuff. I don't know. I like taking stuff apart and fixing it and then putting it back together. So a lot of these things are like modular. You can fill the water, whatever. Point is, actually no, we got off the point like immediately. So, God, I'm itching my leg again. That's just my life. Day. So what we're going to be talking about today is sort of a continuation of yesterday, and we're talking about tipping and the reason why I even give a shit. See, I cursed in the first 10 minutes. I'm gonna have to That's monetization that would have been gone if whatever. I don't know for sure because I'm not a partner. Just thoughts in my head. Stream of consciousness. That's why we're all here anyway, right? It's a continuation of yesterday. It's important to me because I have spent most of my life in the restaurant industry, which is famously a tipped industry. I think that a lot of the rhetoric surrounding tips these days is based on a lot of people from outside the US expressing their opinion, which they're welcome to, but things are very different between the two places, outside the US and inside the US. What's up, Amy? The way that people talk about tips is very confusing because a lot of people who advocate for workers' rights also advocate for both sides of the tipping argument, and a lot of people who are anti-workers' rights tend to argue on both sides of the tipping argument. So it's very confusing oftentimes, and I think that a lot of it devolves into just people's individual problems that they start like arguing about. And I mean, let's face it, a lot of people are selfish, not like to a malicious extent, but are selfish in terms of wanting what they want and wanting to have the control over their life that they think they deserve at any given time. The problem with that is that sometimes when you argue, you think you're arguing objectively when you're really just arguing for yourself. And I think that part of being self-aware and part of being like mentally stable or whatever we would consider stable is letting go of a lot of that selfishness. I don't know if it's in favor of altruism or just in favor of creating a community for yourself or an environment that you want to live in that contributes to that or that is the result of that. But either way, you know, it's important to have that kind of stability before you go into an argument about something that is as complex as this. And that's not like a know something before you say something sort of thing. Like, it's not like a stay in your lane. It's really more of just you're going to save yourself a lot of mental anguish if you don't just go into a cafe and go like, I don't understand why I'm being asked to tip all the time. You know, and then like you raise a fuss or whatever. Like, that's such like I know that that's an extreme example, although just in the news yesterday, someone tried to threaten a guy with a gun for not tipping him as a DoorDash driver. So I mean, and like stiffing drivers is stiffing delivery people and stiffing people who live on tips in general is pretty shitty, but I wouldn't necessarily like bring a gun to go and complain about it. Maybe I would like, you know, if I had a sauce packet or something and I was just a delivery driver, not like, you know, not owning a business or anything, because that's unprofessional, but were I a vindictive person, I'd probably take like a sauce packet, like throw it at their window, not even like to break it, just for them to hear the thump of the sauce packet hitting the door, you know. That's fine. It communicates my emotion, you know, properly, or at least in my particular style, and I can appreciate conceptualizing that. So the long and short of it is that tipping right now is kind of just necessary. We just kind of have to do it. It's just kind of like that's just the social contract that we enter into when we go out to eat. The most common argument that I hear about it is, or I hear against tipping, the tipping culture or whatever. And we can go over the differences between tipping culture and what tipping culture has become, but there's some nuance to that. So establish a base first. And then I lost my train of thought. It is necessary in order to engage in this social contract that we engage in when we go out to eat. It's just kind of like the argument that I hear is that, sorry, the most common argument, that's what it was. The most common argument that I hear against tipping culture is that and I'll put this in quotes in the air right here, we shouldn't be expected to subsidize an employee's wages. The owner should just pay a living wage. And I think that that's like a certain region of the brain is responsible for that type of reasoning. I don't remember exactly which is which, but one side of the brain is responsible for analytical thought, thought within a box, and then the other part of your brain is supposed to be for abstract thought or like inductive reasoning, you know, like inference, inferring things that you can't necessarily measure. I mean, that's a really simplified way of talking about the areas of the brain. It's kind of a mix and match of a bunch of different things. Nobody's really like exclusively left or right brained. It's just a bunch of different hemispheres all firing off at once, electrical impulses and whatnot. Point being, I think the argument that we're subsidizing an employee's wages when the owner cannot or the owner refuses to is either dishonest. I think, again, like I said, there are people who argue for both sides of this. It's either dishonest or it is a failure to conceptualize. And what I mean by a failure to conceptualize is the long and short of it is just that you're not subsidizing anything. Tips are just, if we were to eliminate any of the lines of text that said what a cost was for, which, I mean, we wouldn't do that because we want transparency, but if we were to do that, it wouldn't look any different than the ticket down the street from the place that doesn't accept tips, other than however much you decided to put. So let's just say it was a customary 20% tip, and just everybody always did that reliably, like clockwork, every single time. Then you would leave a 20% tip, but it wouldn't say anything on the line items. It would just say, this is what your cost was. You know, we included the tip that you always leave, that you're never going to say no to, and you just sign at the bottom. That's it, done, out the door. You go to the other restaurant and they just account for that 20% and pay their employees a living wage. The bill's going to come out the same. But if we flip that and we look at it from a marketing standpoint, everybody wants to try and be as cheap as possible to get the most product as possible, which, you know, it's like an ROI for your belly. Like, you want to pay as little as possible to get the most food as possible, right? And if the burger place down the street is paying their employees a living wage, their menu prices may reflect that. And if those are 20% higher than the place that is right next door, where everyone always leaves a 20% tip and you never necessarily have to decide to do it, just doing it, the bill is always the same at both those places, but people can choose to leave less at the other place while they pay less for the menu item. The problem with this is that a lot of people, again, as I said before, are selfish and really only kind of want to do what they want to do. And a lot of people, and if we put the onus on the customer to decide whether or not the staff member deserves to be paid, then they can choose to not pay them. So it's okay. Tips are still voluntary. As long as they exist, they will be voluntary. But this leads to a sort of like us versus them mentality that is being pushed by restaurant owners and industry leaders and perpetuated by servers. The largest proponents of tipping culture are bartenders and servers, specifically because on any given shift, they can make 200 to 300 times their current wages for like 5 hours of work. The problem is that they are the stark minority of people who benefit from this system, and it accounts for maybe 1% of the entire industry. What these people say shouldn't happen is that tip outs should not happen to people who work in the kitchen. Darlena, hey, how's it going? Or if you prefer Darlena Williams 22, that's fine as well. Or anything else. Happy to do it. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Yeah. So aside from that, and that's forgetting the fact that owners themselves are also capable of corruption, improper practices, skimming money from the top. It was great. How was yours? You know, it is very, again, very complicated. So let's see if we can't maybe dispel some particular takes, you know? History, bookmarks. So maybe I'll just sort of watch these one at a time to save on the resources, and then I'll just go through my my library. Darlena, do you work in a restaurant or the restaurant industry? Or is this a long road to somewhere I've been before? Because I've been many places, and I've seen many things.
Haven't done in a while is tipping after having a meal or...
So, I'm pretty sure I already know what his whole spiel is going to be, but I'll let it play just so that you can get more context than I would give at the beginning, because I'm biased. Let's just put it here.
Something I haven't
put all
done
out on
in
the
a
table.
while is tipping after having a meal or
Let me know if
drink.
there are sound issues.
The simple reason is that in Thailand, tipping is not customary, nor is it expected like it is in the Western world. When I was living in Canada, tipping had completely blown out of control. I'd go to a convenience store or a gas station, and they had the gall to ask me for a free...
That's absolutely photoshopped.
friggin' tip. Now self-checkouts are asking for tips, even though...
There's no places that are doing that. Maybe like, I don't know, maybe like a really fancy store, but
What's that say?
what does that say there? What does that say? I can't see it. My eyes are real terrible, so. Oh yeah, absolutely lying. There's no way this is true.
Employees helping you. I'm not anti-tipping by any means.
Yes, you are. You clearly are.
But it is absolutely wild that a 15% tip is now seen as low. When I worked as a waiter, I was very happy if I got a 15% tip. But you got machines now that start at 22, 25, or...
One wonders why he's no longer a waiter. Perhaps he fucking sucked at it because he thought it was like unskilled labor like most people do. And then he was just like, I could do this. Anyone can do this. I'm gonna get some fat fucking tips. He never got tips. And he was like, you know, the worst at his job. And so then they were like, all right, dude, we got to let you go, man. It's like, fuck you. Tips suck.
Or even 30%.
Oh, even 30.
That's the kind of shit that'll make me never return to a restaurant. I will still leave a good tip if I get provided good service. But the
and there's the shoe. There's the shoe cascading from the top down to the floor. So he's clearly upset about his own, you know, whatever experience. How can they ask me to get 30% tip? I never got a 30% tip because your service fucking sucked. And so now he gets to project that on the rest of the world while voting with his wallet, which, him being a douchebag aside, that brings up a good point. That point is voting with your wallet. If you are voting with your wallet, which is what I see all the time on Threads and Twitter and whatever, it's just taking money from the person serving you. And if you think that that's okay, that's whatever. But it's the owners that are doing the harm. It's the owners that are perpetuating the system. And it is the like servers and bartenders, the vast minority that are perpetuating the rhetoric surrounding the system. And a lot of them, I actually, let's see if I have threads on here. I actually had a little online argument with a person who claims to be an advocate. Oh, that's my wife's tattoo. My wife just got a new tattoo. If you can name the movie that's from, oh no, it's on the screen. Damn it. Whatever. I was gonna say, if you can name the the movie that it's from, then you'll get a thumbs up. But you no longer are in the market for a thumbs up from me, okay? I can simply give you finger guns. That doesn't even look like finger guns. Because I can't, this is... Oh, but I'm not really that low to the... Like, I have to slouch down for this. And then I have to get up, like... I have to get up real tall to center myself. Oh, yeah. But I got into an argument with someone who claims to be... How do I look for my own stuff? How do I do that? Are these responses to me? Yes, yes. Someone called me a misogynist. What? Oh, and just let me know if I'm doxing myself. I don't think I am. How do I... Oh, it's this one. So, this is absolutely the thing that I'm talking about. This is the perfect example of what I'm talking about. Oh, thank you. She loves it. She says it's more of a LA 1980s Latina look, but it's fine. But she just doesn't want to be seen as like culturally appropriating or anything. So this person is basically just an influencer, and they say that they're a mixologist and beverage consultant, but I read their bio, and a psychic fucking medium. Someone can be spiritual if they want. That's fine. If you start scamming people, that's a problem. I have seen no evidence of that so far, but why put that there? What's the point? But this person spent 3 years as a bartender and then is now a mixologist and beverage consultant, but was also a volunteer member of the... What was it? Of the... Oh, I don't know where I would find the information. It's a political group that lobbies on behalf of keeping tipping in restaurants. And she has a consulting business, a beverage consulting business, which means that not only does she benefit from tips, but she also benefits from the toxicity of the environment surrounding tips on both sides, because she handles both turnover and financial problems and workers' advocacy. See, it's like people that are just really like into like triple dipping their shittiness, you know, like they just really want to squeeze all the blood they can out of that baby. Or what is it that the QAnon people say? Adrenochrome? I don't think you can say adrenochrome. I think that's like a word that YouTube doesn't like. I'm not sure. I know Twitter didn't like it for a while. And then they just started letting the Nazi stuff go on for however long, you know? Unfortunate. So now I can remove this from my thing, right? Remove it, and then go to the next one. This one.
I swear to God, if I see one more fucking if I get another bill at a restaurant in LA,
damn,
due to
she
rising
angry.
costs and inflation, everything's gonna be an extra 40% on your bill. And oh, we also, the waiter who hates your guts, and didn't get
That's a lot of presuppositions here that she's levying.
their acting fucking job today. You need to pay for their health benefits and their fucking therapy, even though you probably don't have those. And I'm just like, I'm literally just gonna start leaving zero and just be, I don't give a fuck. Oh, I didn't vote for this. The irony is you guys voted for this. So, sorry, dipshits.
What?
I swear to God, if I see one more fucking
So,
if I get another bill.
What I'm gathering that her problem is that prices go up, and she's taking it out on restaurant workers. So I guess I'll try to take her points one at a time here.
At a restaurant in LA, it's like, due to
She's
rising
obnoxious.
costs and inflation.
Which are things which raise prices all across the board, but I'm not sure why that's a problem, but go on.
And everything's gonna be an extra 40% on your bill. And oh, we also
Because that's how money works. That's how costs work. That's how businesses work. If you don't like it, don't go out to eat.
The waiter who hates your guts.
You are assuming that. You don't know that. And you're assuming that they're an actor. And you don't know that. They could be a single mother putting their kid through fucking preschool or whatever. Like, you have no idea. You're just being a bitch for no reason. And I call both, all genders bitches, not just myself. I do call myself a bitch all the time, but I usually call myself it in a endearing way, though, not in a derogatory way. Like, I would say that I'm that bitch. So, there's that.
And didn't get their acting
and
job today.
She thinks
you need
that
to pay for their health.
So I'm confused. If why is working two jobs like? It seems that she's like making a dig at them trying to get an acting job. But she's just assuming that this is a reason why that they hate her guts. Is it because she's an actress or something? And yeah, you do need to pay for their health benefits. If you buy anything from any business, you are covering other people, you're covering their staff's health benefits. How the fuck do you think they pay for it? How the fuck do you think anyone pays for anything? You clearly don't know what a dollar is.
Benefits and their fucking therapy.
That's right, I'm that bitch.
Don't have those. And I'm just like, I'm literally just gonna start leaving zero.
Then you'll be getting some surprises in your food. I wouldn't do it, but I know that people have done it and that people will do it. If you cross the wrong person, why fuck with the people who handle your food? Even if it's just like, oh, I accidentally slipped some pure capsaicin essence into this accidentally, and then they kick you a couple $100 for getting your stomach pumped. Like, just don't be a dick, you know? I don't know. Just like, don't be a dick. If you don't like it, if you can't engage in that social contract I was talking about, just don't fucking go out to eat. Nobody needs to go out to eat. People don't fucking understand that. It is a privilege to go to a place to eat. There used to be a necessity back in the fucking early 1900s and back in the fucking 1500s, but those were, those are gone now. Now we have kitchens in almost every home. And if you have the most basic amount of skill or how to read, then you can probably make yourself some food. So nobody needs to go out to eat. It is just, I dislike my mother very much, but I am very appreciative that she did teach me one thing. She hammered it into my head from the very moment that I could accept concepts into my brain. She told me, do you want that or do you need that? Which paints a very bleak picture of my childhood, but is a very valuable lesson to learn. It's just not a good thing to have gone through. So maybe I can impart that wisdom. But yeah, this is just not cool. Not cool. You don't act like that. That's just entitled and selfish and ugh. Just gross. It's just gross behavior.
450. Great, thank you. Oh, excuse me, quick question. What's this?
Just a quick question.
I'm not tipping.
Wow.
Wow. Get a load of this guy. What?
See, and then there's this like persecution complex. It's a lot of like, there's some overlap with religion. I have to dab my face, dab my T-zone. Make sure there are no excess oils. I have gauze pads. Do you think gauze pads would be absorbent? This is a pretty cool story. So the other night, the reason I have gauze pads on my desk is because the other night I was eating a delicious chocolate brownie creme pie from the frozen Marie Callender's, like boxed pie or whatever. It's delicious. I have at many points in my life tried to eat an entire one in one sitting. Never succeeded. always hopeful. And one day I will. But as I was crunching into a piece of it, forkful, I accidentally drove a chocolate chip into the palate, into my palate, where you see in my front 2 teeth, in between that, in the back, where there's like a little, like if you put your tongue like in between your 2 front teeth, there's like a little thing that goes between. But that, a chocolate chip just went straight up in there and like moved it aside and just like ripped the chunk out of my soft palate, or hard palate, whatever the top. Blood, lots of blood. I was first very blissfully just eating a delicious chocolatey dessert, and then I'm like, I've got blood coming out of my mouth. My wife is like, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? And I'm running into the kitchen to just, throw out the bite that I had to spit out, and, all the blood that was in my hand. And then I just went and grabbed some gauze, and good now, but it swelled up for a bit and was not fun. So, I did pre-watch this one. It really is just a bunch of
You guys tip for coffee? Of course. Duh.
Persecution
But it's coffee.
complex.
It's for the service. We went up to order customer. You do have a good point. Go up to order and pick up my fish. So does that make me? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there are many guides that exist that tell you which establishments you should tip at and which ones to not worry about tipping at. And so, I mean, I think that it really is up to the consumer to do that homework themselves, instead of just trying to make, just trying to assume that things are getting out of hand. If you let people take an inch, they will. If you are somehow like at a rental car agency and the guy asks if you want to tip, and you say, okay, well, I guess, and then you do it, they will keep doing it. So probably best to just know what is customary. And this is what, I forget, I think we were talking to Woody about this yesterday, but I think this is a good reason, why, it's a good example of how things have diverged from bid to service, which is like basically, so it was better explained in the articles that I think I bookmarked. Yeah, it was better explained in these articles that I was able to look up. So basically, tipping came from post-Civil War Reconstruction era, and a lot of the modern tipping culture started as an excuse to underpay black people and immigrants. But I mean, there's a little bit, again, it has been back and forth, people who both support it and hate it, and the racism aspect is not to detractors as thoroughly substantiated as they would like in order to believe this concept. The problem is that it is still kind of a bit of a racist system, in that people of color, by and large, the vast majority of people of color are tipped about 15 to 35% less than their white counterparts. And you can argue that that there's a systemic component to that, but it came around that time, and the majority of hospitality labor was black and immigrants. So, I mean, and like recently former slaves. And if you had paid attention to any of the stuff coming out of the Civil War and the Reconstruction, then you could look at some of that legislation that came out during that time and see that people really did not want black people being part of society. They didn't care that they weren't slaves anymore. They were happy to have helped, but if they were helping, but they were not wanting them to be part of society. And a lot of laws, and I think the 15th Amendment, whichever, the 2/3 thing that people try to debunk all the time, but is still there in plain black and white. Came around that time, or the civil rights maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, so it was just kind of always like a bit of a shady practice, and I don't know. I think that it is so ingrained in our system now that it's very hard to get rid of if we don't just do it all at once. Like, so there has to be sweeping legislation that completely overhauls the entire system, or else it's you know, it's only going to get more and more demonized or glorified, and pretty soon you're going to be tipping, you know, I don't know, if you're going to a job interview, you're going to tip the secretary who you know, seats you in the meeting room, or you're going to be tipping the receptionist who sends you upstairs, you know.
That will be $6. And did I mention, you guys, I love your accent. Is it Australian?
No. I've only got 100, so just...
Oh my god, thank you! Oh, thanks.
I don't know where they think this is happening.
Thank you. Ah! My change, dickhead!
What change?
It's 94 bucks, pal.
So, tip.
For what? I've ordered a
Is there such a thing as a 95% tip?
pan of chocolat, you've unpackaged it, and I've eaten it. Well done for doing your
I'm pretty sure that that's not how restaurants operate.
job. Ask your fucking boss for a pay rise if you can't afford your Glock 17 to shoot up your local primary school.
Sure. I mean, everybody in America wants to shoot people in schools or shoot kids. That's weird. 370 some odd million people. It's strange of a stereotype to use to generalize people.
You're so getting a lawsuit.
And do people sue people for not tipping? Because I'm pretty sure that's not a thing anywhere. Good video. About all I can say about it. Great video.
A robot to make me a coffee and they're asking me a tip. A tip for a robot. Are you crazy, America? Are you a tip? A robot?
I mean, somebody still has to stock all the things. Somebody still has to make the coffee. Somebody, or like, you know, stock the machines, maintenance the machines. Chances are, if an owner is cheap enough to try and spend $1 bajillion on a robot so that they don't have to pay a worker, they're probably not paying their workers very much. I mean, I get it. Put zero. And I think that coffee houses are like sort of the low-hanging fruit, because small coffee houses, like little mom and pop shops, you probably should tip. Like workers share tips, and it's not it really is just a bonus, because a lot of baristas get paid a decent amount, especially like at more craft. I live in Portland, so we have like artisanal coffee places here where baristas who can do like that kind of latte art get paid like $30 an hour. So that's a living wage here. Other coffee places, like, and I would say not even corporate coffee places, because if you look at the average wages for Starbucks and like shift leads and managers, stuff like that, they get paid well above minimum. They get paid pretty well. So, and they get full benefits too. And most of them are not most of them. A lot of them are union. So it's good. It's good to work at the Bucks if you can take that amount of abuse, just because Starbucks, you know, it's a lot of hustle for not a lot of gain. So your mileage may vary, but I think that a lot of places in coffee house space, like, you shouldn't tip because they pay decently, they have, you know, benefits, and it's like, and it's really easy to take a look at that at a $5 coffee that's asking you to tip, you know, 20% and be like, dude, like, come on. But really, as long as I can remember, and I'm old, but as long as I can remember going to coffee houses, and I used to go to quite a lot of coffee houses when I was younger, that was like where I hung out socially, because we didn't have social media. I would tip whatever the change was, because I didn't like carrying around change. But as I saw other people in line, everyone just tipped like a few coins or $1 every now and again. Like it's not something that the baristas live on. It's just a little bonus, little hey, mwah, thank you for extra foaming my bullshit, you know? Really not a endemic to the industry where like non-service things are getting asked for tips all the time. There are people who make fun of it and people who create these strawmans, but they don't actually exist. So, good video. Oh, YouTube.
When this woman tried tipping this restaurant, she came across the craziest situation.
The craziest situation?
Check your places. I think somebody touched on this not too long ago, but y'all not about to get us.
And what's even worse is that these percentages don't even match the total amount. But do you believe in tip?
Wait, what? Hang on.
This woman tried tipping this restaurant. She came across.
What is the? I don't understand. What is the?
The craziest situation.
Y'all check your.
Okay, hang on. It says a tip is calculated after tax and before discounts. That seems about the right process. I'm trying to think of what a ticket looks like. And before discounts seems, no, that's better for the employees. Gets them the actual amount of the tip, because discounts you get gift taxed, so you can't get a certain amount of, it's I think it's above like $800 without having to pay tax on it. And owners typically ask their employees to set aside a certain amount for or to claim a certain amount for taxes, but it's really up to the employee. Because that's all, like, all that money is theirs. Like, they should be able to decide what they do. I in the past have provided financial advisors to help employees with their taxes, but that is as much as I will involve myself. I pay them what they get paid, and that is my only involvement. But hang on, so
Check your places. I think
so. That was. I mean, just with my face math, just looking at it on its face, that looks right? 18 to 22, 67 to 73. That sounds right.
I think somebody touched on this not too long ago, but
I think the problem that they're trying to outline here is that the 20 was already highlighted.
y'all not about to get us.
And what's
What? I don't understand what the
even worse is
issue
that
is here.
these percentages don't even match.
It seems like they do. Oh wait, no, wait, whoa, wait, it's almost 100%. Wait, hold on. Oh, that's just like somebody made a fucking mistake, you assholes. I mean, yeah, you should probably take care of that, but that is like someone just moved a decimal place. Because I was looking at the numbers and I was like, that is exactly how it would look like if I was doing it on a computer or on a calculator. And then I was like, I don't understand what the problem is. They just moved it. It's just a decimal. Like they set it up wrong. They have an idiot for a computer person, but it's probably the owner or someone, you know, they didn't want to spend the money on the service, so they probably just set it up themselves. Don't be a dick.
Tipping in the United States has gotten out of control.
Oh my gosh, it's gotten out of control.
You are expected to tip at least 18, if not 20%, or else you are.
Is that my Discord? No, yeah, it is, but it's not. It's not me. Darn it. We'll get there. Why is this the? That's the lady that does the Instagram reels, I think, right? The one that has all the funny videos.
No matter where you are or what you order, you are expected to tip at least 18, if not 20%.
I don't know. Oh, it's in that. It's not in my thing. It's in that thing. Yeah. It's in the video.
Or else you're considered a rude customer. And
Not considered a rude customer, just you're not tipping enough, and you can choose whatever variance that you want based on what you think that the level of services that you got that reflects the tip that you want to leave, which is still kind of shitty in the first place. Please don't do that. Why are you recycling just like funny videos? That's weird. You're expected to leave some tip. It doesn't matter if it's 18 or 20%. I mean, that 2% does add up, but in the long run, so in the course of a day, nobody's going to give a shit if you leave a 18% tip instead of a 20%. Maybe you're trying to save money that month. Maybe you're just, it doesn't fucking matter. Just tip something. Tip something if you know that your servers might possibly need it. It's not that hard of a concept.
while it's normal to tip a waiter when you're having a sit-down dinner, in the past couple of years it's gotten way past that. Whether you're getting a coffee or food to go, you are expected.
As long as restaurants have been asking for tips, coffee houses have been asking for tips. That's not a new thing at all.
To tip them for simply bagging up the order.
No, because they still have to handle all the orders before yours. They still have to get everything restocked and maintained. Do you think people just fucking sit there like at the counter twiddling their thumbs until an order comes in? Like, no, they're fucking working the whole time. Yes, I will freely admit that some employees don't work. That doesn't mean the vast majority of them don't work. Most people work. Most people do their jobs. And if you're not putting an order in a bag, you are either helping cook, you're helping prep, which is non-tipped work, which you don't get tipped for, which the tips that you get at the end of the day, if they're factored into your wages for a tip credit, that means that you can still get paid under the minimum wage because you did more than 20% non-tipped work, which includes making sets, making coffee, prepping food, running food, cleaning tables, setting tables, all that stuff. Those aren't tipped positions. So you're not getting paid tipped wages for, or you're getting paid less than potentially minimum wage for those jobs because you're not getting tipped for those hours. So while you can make up to 300 times whatever your wage normally is, that's only during the busiest hours that you work. So other times you're still having to factor in your cost, the cost of your labor per hour so that you can make fucking rent. So
literally 2 days ago, I went to Dave's Hot
Chicken to get
some mac and cheese through the drive-thru.
Oh, literally 2 days ago.
To tip at the drive-thru window. I felt really.
It's not really that necessary to tip at a fast food place, but Dave's is a small business. They only have like a few locations. I mean, they're in some pretty fancy places, but it's not a big company. Their workers probably still only make minimum wage. It doesn't matter. I probably would not tip at Dave's. But you don't have to like feel like you're being pressured to, and you certainly don't have to complain about it. Oh no!
Holy schmoly! $20.
Tipping in the United.
I went past it, so we'll say that one has been reacted to.
Our server at dinner last night probably thought I was the biggest asshole. Earlier
I already think you're the biggest asshole, and I haven't even heard what you're about to say.
this week, I said to my husband Kurt, I was like, "Let's go out to dinner on Saturday. I want to take you on a date."
Your husband's name is Kurt.
So I picked a cute little Italian restaurant, and then I found this like speakeasy type bar for us to go to after. We get to the Italian restaurant, and it was so good. The server was incredible. The food was great. Got the chef's tasting menu, which was
awesome.
3 appetizers,
like an omakase sort of
entree,
thing.
1 regular entree,
Prefix.
a side, and
Usually less expensive than ordering things a la carte because you don't really get to pick. You just kind of like pick between a couple of selections. Very easy for the kitchen. Everything like is so organized. It is a godsend when someone orders a prefix menu. Chefs like that.
dessert, and we each got 2 drinks, and that was a total of $185.
Whoa! That is actually very inexpensive. That is amazing.
Server brings over the check. I put my card down. She brings
Normally, if my wife and I go out to a fancy dinner, it is minimum $250, $300, and we haven't been able to do it in a very long time. But we go, you know, if you go to a fancy place, you got to go to a fancy place, and you got to get multiple dishes, even if it means you're going to be taking stuff home, because like that is, if I get it so rarely And I was a chef for so long that I'm like, I need my fancy foods. So yeah, it's good when you can go, and it is expensive.
Brings back, I tip, we leave.
Okay. So far, so good.
Speakeasy bar, and at this place, Kurt puts his card down, and when he gets it back to pay, he's...
Is his name Curb? His name seems to be Curb. That's what the caption says, so we'll say that her husband's name is Curb.
Writing in the tip, and I go, oh my god. He's like, what happened? And I'm like, I fucked up the tip at the restaurant. And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I did the math.
What do you mean you
wrong,
fucked up?
And I tipped our server 10%. I have literally never tipped anybody at a restaurant less than 20%. I do the trick.
Oh, see, and this is sort of the pendulum swinging the other direction when you kind of give yourself the persecution complex, or you persecute yourself for not leaving what you think is enough.
Trick where you move the decimal point over once, double it, and then I always round up. So because it was 185, it should have been 18 times 2, round up, would have been $40, would have been like slightly over 20%. Whatever reason in my brain.
Is that right? I feel like that's a lot. $40 for $180. No, yeah. That's 20%. Yep.
I just was like, oh yeah, 8.5 times 2, that's like closer to 18, but I'm gonna round it up, so it's gonna be $20 tip. Kurt was like, it was a mistake.
Which is fine.
Like, I know it was a mistake, but she
That's fine.
doesn't know it was a mistake. So
That's
the
fine.
second we leave this bar, I call the restaurant, and I'm like,
No,
hey,
you didn't need to do that.
I was at dinner tonight. I accidentally did the tip wrong because I'm stupid.
I mean, that's
Is there
fine.
any way I can like add my tip onto my card that is like already
I mean, that's
charged? And the host was
way
so nice.
overreach,
She
but
was like,
sure,
oh, yeah,
sure. I
absolutely.
mean,
Did you have a reservation? It'll be easier to look you up. I told her I
if you
did.
feel bad
At
about
this
it,
point, tell me the server's Venmo, and I will like make my wrongs right. And the hostess is like, how much do you want to do? I was like, 25. She's like, 25 total? I was like, no, 25 on top of the $20 tip that I already left. So the total tip is $45.
I mean, that's like too generous. Like, why?
Over 20%. Like, yep,
Is this supposed to be rage bait for the other side?
Like most people like don't do. Can't believe I even did this in the first.
Although she sounds like really like I do a lot, so I think maybe this was like an anxiety thing for her. Like maybe she like felt an imperative to do it. So that's, I mean, you know, it's cool if you feel like you made a mistake. It's cool that you go back and try to correct it. That's a cool thing. What's not cool is having a husband named Curb. I do not approve of that. And thus, you've been reacted to.
Okay, so one thing.
Okay, already. We've got some real interesting things going on right now. What the fuck is happening? Let's just listen to what they have to say about tips, but I hate this man, but also, what are those called again? They have a really cool name. These types of shades. They have a really cool name.
What I want to talk about now is
I'll think about it.
in America. But beware when you come to America.
Beware.
You need to tip, and just so you know, tipping at minimum you want to tip 10%. A great tip probably is 20%.
Okay.
Don't feel pressured to tip any more than that, honestly. And everyone's gonna hate me for this. Oh, if you're a waiter, you know how it feels.
Why would anyone hate you for this?
If you don't like that, if you're living off of that tip money,
why would anyone hate that?
Either do an amazing job to where somebody's like, of course I'm gonna give this guy 20%.
Why would somebody
get a new career? Get a new career.
Oh, okay. So he's doing the 1 to 5 spectrum thing. So for him, service always starts at a 3, where for most people, service starts at a 5. If they fuck up, the service goes down, or the needle goes down towards 0. But for him, and for most douchebags, the needle starts in the middle, and he's the kind of guy where he's like, all right, if you impress me, maybe that needle will go up. Maybe if you like jerk me off under the table. Wait, you can't say stuff like that. Maybe if you like free dessert or something, then the needle might go up. But it's already going down. You know, so like that, just that kind of like, there's a lot of people like that, and most of them are douchebags. So I actually did want to play more of Last Epoch than I did yesterday, but I really want to get through these. I'm gonna have such a backlog of this bullshit in my. Look at all this. All this bullshit. I'll do one more video.
Oh, and it looks like you guys already included the tip. Thanks. Oh, actually, the tip is not included, and we recommend that you tip us at least 20%.
Well, I don't think a lot of people would say that they recommend that they tip. I mean, that's some places do that. It's a little a little scummy. It's a little not cool, but let's give them the benefit of the doubt so far.
But I ordered like $50 worth of food, and now the total is $70. How is that even possible? Oh, just look at
Because food, things cost money,
the bottom of your bill, ma'am. There's a 10% service fee,
which is pretty normal these days. And the service fees are typically for like maintenance for the machines, like all the cooktops and the hood system. That's for general maintenance for the restaurant, which is why it's called a service fee. It's to facilitate the service that you've received, and it's usually due to inflation or due to price changes for them. And the reason people do that instead of incorporating that into the menu prices is because the number one thing that will cause your business to fail is customers getting mad at menu increases and not coming back. That is the number one, like, gut punch that will put your restaurant out of business. So they almost have to put these little itemized things at the end that says service fee, health and benefit charge, things like that, because if they raise their burger 1 cent, they're not going to sell that burger anymore.
5% restaurant recovery fee, a 5% fee to help us go green, a 3%.
Restaurant recovery fees existed only post-COVID, and it really was just to recover from COVID. So that's kind of bullshit. Like, if this video was made like anytime after that, then I'm gonna say a big fuck you to this person. 2 million people died, bitch.
Surcharge that you could avoid if you pay in cash, and then of course 10% tax.
And so she's saying something about
Then why
it's the
could avoid if you pay in cash. And
paying in cash. That's because card transactions cost money for the restaurant, usually around $1.50 to $3 per fucking transaction. So cash is way more welcome to restaurants than, or at least for, I don't know, for owners, I guess. That's not even a point about tipping. That doesn't even have anything to do with tipping. And then she even fucking says taxes. She's unhappy with paying taxes. Who raised you?
then of course 10% tax. Then why don't you guys just raise your prices? I mean,
Because nobody would eat there.
I'd rather know the total up front than have all these hidden fees.
No, you wouldn't. They did the surveys. Nobody wants to know.
Surprise me at the end.
I'm sorry, this is very loud. I don't mean to be like yelling.
I still live on tips, and I really
I do mean to be yelling, but just not excessively.
Excuse me, can I have the bill, please?
Wait, what was the?
I don't make the rules, and I still live on tips, and I'd really appreciate it if you.
No.
Sweetheart, you're asking the wrong person. I don't make the rules.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, people don't ever pass the buck. They don't ever go like, well, I don't make the rules. That's not ever. I mean, I would maybe wager that like 2%. Or maybe 2 people out of like every million might throw a tantrum like that, but they don't belong in the restaurant industry. Nobody solicits tips unless they're an asshole, which is the small minority of servers and bartenders who advocate for tipping system to stay because they fucking benefit from it.
And I still live on tips, and I'd really appreciate it.
Anyone who lives on tips is not going to like be whatever. That's a personality thing that might be exclusive to people's personalities. So I will not try to generalize.
Excuse me, can I have the bill, please? Of course, ma'am. The total is 30 euros.
Oh, in Europe, fuck you. Like, you can't compare the two. It's not a thing. You can't just say the Western world, you know? Like, that's... Tipping is different everywhere. Let me get some more water. Okay, cool. Drag your tail. Chris. Feeling better. I think I'm out of camera shot. I'm in camera shot. I guess she's not. Ooh, she's so heavy. Oh my god. She's 21 pounds. Oh, she's getting too big. Woo! Oh, Nancy Bowman 3. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you're on a phone bank and can't hear me because you're on a phone bank and spamming this to like 1,000 different Twitch streamers. So thank you very much for joining. I appreciate it. Don't try to eat. She's going to try to eat my ear. Ah, don't do it. She's tried to eat my ear a couple of times. Hello. She's not really in frame very well. Get yourself in frame. Oh, she's heavy. Ooh, look at that. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. She's like, what are you doing to me right now? Hiya. Hiya. And puppies away. Puppies away. All right. I think I might even want to start a mage at some point. They're not called mages in this. They're called, what are they called? No, they are called mages. Whatever. There's lightning damage that is real cool, and it's like lightning, all kinds of lightning zaps, zap, 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 zaps, and I think that's really cool, and that would be fun to play around with, because I don't think lightning bear is it. I just don't think lightning bear is it. I wish that lightning crows was it, but I can't get over not being able to use this ability, because I hadn't played shaman, or not shaman, I hadn't played primalist since they updated or created that skill, and I wanted to try and see if it was going to be fun. Gosh darn it. No, Amy, it's like a scam thing. It's like a someone did this before, and I forget what, but it was like a scam thing. They're trying to, I don't know exactly what the mechanism is here. I gotta remember, yeah, there's like a whole like line of conversation that they start engaging in, and it's weird, real strange, but it's a thing. Just want to make sure that my Discord is still open. Yes, it is. So, yeah, man. So before, what I was thinking I would do is I would just not invest in swipe, and I would simply use the, what's the right button? The unique that I have here, which basically, not super effectively, but kind of basically gives me an extra skill tree, because it gives me one of the most important keystone passives for that particular skill. So I don't really need it to be talented into, but there's a lot that you miss out on. Additional lightning penetration and more lightning damage per stack of shock, which, if you're also using Gathering Storm and you're going physical with it, no. What is it? Maelstrom, chill chance, yeah. Yeah, you gotta use wolves for this, and the only skill that's similar to Gathering Storm on here that has any kind of synergy with Storm Crows is not even the one I want to use, so. And it's not even, you don't even need to use it, you just, what is it? The melee hits grant you a stack. So I guess you are using it. Yeah, I don't know. I just think there's too many angles to this. And I think that that each choice that I make is taking me further away from the build that I want to make. So I'm almost thinking of just saying scrap this. Maybe I'll make this into a poison guy at some point, and then just go lightning for lightning blast on a mage. I don't know which I want more, and that's sort of the best part of this game, is that you get to agonize over these tiny little decisions. Or at least that's one of the best parts for me about the game. I love this, like, it's perfect for someone with ADD. You just kind of get to think and imagine and work out scenarios in your head. Let's see, what I think other than lightning, let's check. Sorry, I'm scooping stuff onto a surface that doesn't like being scooped onto, so I'm having difficulty here. Bear with me just one moment. Well, this game is actually one of those where it doesn't really start until the end game. You kind of have to, like, you go through the campaign and then you start playing. The campaign, if you rush through it, you get through it in like an hour and a half. If you have like a godly build and you have like maybe a couple hours, a few hours. If you were really going for it. So, if we are gonna make, oh, I've got the internal burps. Oy. 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 Sacrifice. I'm gonna just move these to the appropriate tab. Those are meant for shattering. See, and then this, man, like, this was such a good idol. I mean, I don't necessarily think that I'm, like, missing out on anything if I don't do Lightning Bear. But it's not the vibe, you know? You know? And you gotta go with the vibe. So we have... over there. Dodge rating? Two-handed. Huh. And movement speed? That's kind of cool. Stats are doubled. Yeah, I mean, it is really one of those like Diablo clone sort of things. It's you know, the genre is its own monster now, so there's really no such thing as a Diablo clone. Like, they all kind of, I think the original one was like Heroes of Might and Magic, probably one of the oldest video games to exist. They used to call them like MUDs. Wizardry was a good one. Like, oh, there've been a lot of different ones like this, but this one is, I think, one of the modern ones that is made by a smaller studio that has kind of stood the test of time. Like, there have been, so Wolcen was one that came out after Path of Exile was sort of like dying down in popularity. And Path of Exile had been on top for a long time, and people started getting back into isometric ARPGs around the time that I think Diablo 3 came out. And so there was kind of more of a not necessarily demand, but more of a fan base. And so, like, the clones started coming out. And Wolcen was like the first one in a while that reminded people of sort of like of the Diablo formula. Had like but it was also kind of like Warhammer. It was like, you know, grim dark future kind of stuff. This one is too, but it's not, there's no Primarchs or anything like there is in the other ones. But yeah, the long and short of it is that this game came about in that sort of craze, and it was very, very basic when it first came out and didn't have a lot of bells and whistles. I guess I could probably make room in a different tab for duplicate items. Not a lot of fanfare, not a lot of, you know, innovation or, you know, crazy new concepts. There was really just pretty much the same as a lot of the other ones. But it's come a long way. Come a long way since then. So yeah, we'll just stash duplicates there. So elemental. It would not hurt to have 2 rings like that, so I'll just keep those. Elemental. So those probably upgrade to those at the appropriate time. And that I think is it. Elemental. Yeah. So that's gonna be some and then that for critical strikes. That's gonna be some good damage there. I think that's it. So yeah. Let's just start a mage, why not? Aurelius. If I wanted to do a paladin, I guess. That'd be pretty cool. It's been a long time since I've done a sentinel, so I could probably use something like. No, it's fine. Well, okay. Yeah. So yeah, I guess we'll see how quickly we can buzz through the campaign. This I've done Lightning Mage a few times, and I really love the visual aspect of it. I like the fact that it's like just all kinds of zaps going around on the. Oh, hello, Mr. Man. Oh, Jesus. I didn't know things were gonna get spicy this early today. Well, it is 12:30, so is that an appropriate time? I don't know. So we'll name this one Goose Wanna Pickle. Amy, if you have a suggestion for a decent name that involves gooses to some extent, then I'm all for it. I just wasn't originally thinking of anything. Ooh, Rune Master would be really good with lightning damage. Damn, yeah, because of that guy. That's a good skill. Large amounts of lightning damage, and that thing can get like screen filling, and I think it might turn into a transversal skill at some point. And then you get, yeah. And I believe that can turn into lightning too. I think Goose Wanna Pickle's good. You can do spaces. Goose wanna gander? Goose wanna gander. I mean, it's only one word, you know? Goose whip. Goose wibbly dibbly. Goose wobbly. Good goose. I like Goose Wanna Gander. That's a good mixture between my original idea and yours. I think that works. I don't know if it's no. It does take into account the capitalization because it looks weird if it's Goose Wayne. Haha, that's hilarious.
Only the terror, myself, and the void.
I don't think I let this play before, so I'll let it play now.
I was content with nothing.
I'm gonna turn off the camera for a completely unrelated reason.
Of life.
Oh,
we disagreed, and yet, in her world, there were gods. Majasa of the desert, Largon of the
Majasa.
Rye.
When she first came out, she was my bane.
And Hierot of the frozen tundra.
Hated it.
But
hated it.
Stole Terra away. Without her, there was conflict. Then wars. In the end, It was Rye who sought to outshine the sun that would pull the world into his flame. Caught within Rye's gaze were the Keepers, an order sworn to protect Eterra's memory.
Oh, so this is why I never knew anything about this game, story-wise. I just never paid attention to the intro story.
Unexpected. A traveler, willing to walk into the flames of war. But why? Was it honor they sought? Power? Redemption? Or was this fate? Perhaps. But no story is quite that simple.
But why? Okay. I packed this one way too dense. Oh my gosh. It's like trying to suck a steak through a straw. Nearly impossible. Oh, okay, I think that's because that half that bowl was Keith. Just all bud dust. Not butt dust, bud dust. Although maybe butt dust. There might have been some in there. I don't even know what that means, but you know, sounds funny, so yeah. And we're back. What? So, the reason I like these kinds of builds is because this is a build that you can just take the first skill that you get and just keep using it. You ain't gotta worry about shit. I think that there's a passive or some kind of thing where like it has to do with where skills are on your bars, and you can get like endlessly triggering cooldown resets. I don't remember what it was, but maybe we'll find out, maybe we won't. All right. Away we go.
These roads are not kind to my bones.
Die, bunny.
I must hurry. Wellring is still a few days away.
So the thing about Lightning Blast is that it is a chaining ability, and it can just keep chaining and chaining and chaining. At some point, you just get all these chains all over the screen, and it's real cool. Yeah. I don't know why I'm keeping it on my one key, but and so the abilities that, or the stuff that's on the uniques that I have are like really like in favor of Lightning Blast, so that's pretty cool, you know. And I think that there are there's like one skill that shoots fireballs. I remember augment trees. I call it something different, sir. Oh, I think it's, yeah, volcanic orb can shoot fireballs, right? No? Nope. And it is... Oh. None of those. One of them shoots fireballs. I'll find it. Casting fireball while you have Creator Born grants ward. Oh. But no. Frostclaw, maybe? Oh, Flame Reeve. Yeah. Yeah. Fireball. Okay. Other than that, I don't think there's really a reason. I was thinking about those gloves I got. Thinking there might be a way to, through lightning, cast fireballs, but I also don't think that's a thing. And then for meteor, it means I'd have to be a sorcerer, so that would take Rune Master off the table. Perhaps there might be like a meteor analog in here. Yeah. I will have to think about that. I like all the chaining, but I also want to be able to utilize the uniques that I have and the skills that they augment. And the the staff that I'll be using uses Meteor. Things to consider. Zappy zap. Although the cool thing about lightning damage is its effect on crit. Doesn't really. What was the game guide? There we go. I wonder if it has more stuff about status effects. Shock. Boom. Okay. So this is why shock is good. Reduces lightning resistance by 5% and increases the chance that the target will be stunned by 20. Okay, I think that's different than it was before. And players, is there PvP? Or maybe, oh, against shock against, I get it. Makes sense. Yeah, it used to be crit, I think. I was under that impression. Unable to bind is critical strike. Oh, is it electrify? Maybe no. Well, crap. I thought shock was more of a. I guess stun is fine. Whatever, stun's fine. I don't give a shit. I'm agonizing over nothing. Don't worry, Grail. I'm here for you, bud. Hey, Chi-Chi, what's up? She says hello. She says greetings. Ita. What you doing? Don't bug her. You don't bug me. I like to have you bug me. It's cute.
When you arrived,
Grail.
Let me watch you fight.
The Holy Grail. No, you don't want to go outside. No, you don't want to go outside. Doesn't want to go outside. No, you don't want to go outside. Doesn't want to go outside. I can't supervise her while she's out there. Oh, and I don't have a teleport yet. Coughing out of the side of my mouth now. I'm sorry. Give me a moment. Will this keep me alive? Nope. Ethan, god damn it. Alright, Grail. Keep me alive. I'll be back. I thought for a moment she didn't even have to go outside. I was gonna be so upset. What are you doing to me? Oh, that is not a teleport. That's my instinct. Number 2 is my traversal button on most of these games, so I hit it a lot, and it is Cold Snap. It is not teleport, because we don't have that yet. But we can use it to freeze people. I need to get to a goddamn camp, because she might be out there eating stuff. She's not supposed to be chewing on stuff while she's healing from her tooth pull. Ah, go, 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 go. Oh no, I have to fight a boss, you son of a bitch. Spam it. See if I can face tank. I will not be able to face tank that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Can I leave him half dead? Eat that. Trying to employ some dog psychology here. Eat that.
Well done. We're almost there.
All right, maybe I'll try to compliment her pretty lady. Hey, hey, you crazy? How's it going? Hey, what's up? I can't take my hands off the keyboard and mouse. Hi. Thank you. She came back inside. Oh, now you can't even see that. She's looking out the window. She's looking out the window. There you go. Why does it feel like my computer is just super hot? Let's see what my settings are. I tend to... Oh, okay. Low. Very low. How about? Is that unbearable? Nah, we're good. It's gonna end up being unbearable for a bit. Or after a bit, but... it's fine. Whoop. Okay, let's hit the stash and see what we can wear right now. Oh my god. I need to speak with Grail. Come on. That boy is played out. I can wear that. I can wear that. That's it so far, huh? Not far off, though. Damn. And I guess... Chill chance? I can't really think of anything else. And this actually... It's like an heirloom. It levels with you. See, in the parentheses, it levels up as you do. Which is pretty cool. I couldn't hear music for a second there. Yeah, I think that's all. And I guess this one, will be kinda useful. Yeah, fuck it, why not? I'm a wizard. Oh wait, let's see if there's any. I mean, I don't have any helmet on. Yeah. I will wait.
If you're looking to buy from the
No,
Merchant's
not Merchant's Guild. Sorry. Nope. 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 Nope.
You. Pardon. I, Galila of Valkal, would be honored to offer you an invitation to the Circle of
Hey, it's the easiest quest you'll ever complete.
Grail was just telling could they should do this.
Yep, I'm sure.
Our alliance is secure. We'll lend our aid to heal Warrior's army.
Oh, I have carpal tunnel. I gotta do those stretches, the thing that you do to. Oh God. Owie. Oh, but that's so good for you. Ouchie. What do I have right now? I have these. Bajumba. 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 That's my magic word that I use. Bajumba. Bajumba. I made it up myself. Congratulations on hearing it. Zappy zap zap. Yeah, from what I remember, it used to be that your lightning damage increased, or oh god, that's what doing borderless window does. Shock damage used to cause an increased chance to be crit, if I remember correctly, but that might have been a while ago. And I don't even know if that's accurate. Hi. They always want my attention, like, when I'm streaming. I guess because it's like I'm talking, and they're like, who the fuck are you talking to right now? And they're like just kind of confused about it. Makes sense, I'd be kind of confused too. Oh, you should see like some of the arenas that you get when you're doing the monoliths at the end game. Kind of end game. It can get pretty bad. Did you play Diablo 3 when they used to have just like the whole screen would be filled with monsters? That was like just too much. Not a fan. And then they also like incorporated dodging into this game, and I mean I think it's a bit cheaty because it feels a bit overpowered, like, because really the only time you need dodge is when you're like facing imminent danger, and you can't just use your traversal to get out of it. Like, it's like when you failed to be able to plan ahead. I get that it's for unforeseen circumstances, and it's like you just want more utility, which I get, you know, mobility, utility, all that kind of shit. I love it. What are you doing? Like, she was like diving on her for no reason. I don't need that tower. 4 is like, I would say 4 is very much more, it's more like 2 was. So it's not like 3 just kind of got out of hand with what was it called? Was it called Monolith? No, what was it called? Obelisk of Fate, I think, where you have to do like the fill the meter as quickly as you could before the time runs out, and then get bonus gear or something like that, or leaderboard standing. I don't really remember what the setup was, but yeah. Number 3 had like just yeah, screen filled with monsters, and they had like millions and millions of health, and you just had to have whatever the tankiest, most highly damaging build was at the time. And because, you know, Blizzard forums were a thing like at the time, there was a lot of pushback, like every patch for and against every class. And so it was just, the balance just kept going back and forth between, you know, like Witch Doctor, Barbarian, and then I don't remember if it was, oh yeah, I think it was 3 when Necromancer came along. That was fun. But I think the Necromancer in 4 is more fun, right? I don't remember really. I don't It's been a long time since I played number 4. I stopped when I beat the the chapter or whatever, the thing where you Lilith is like not dead yet or something. Like it was the end of the game, but it had to be like updated or something. I don't know if I'm remembering that correctly. The story didn't end, like it was cliffhanger. But yeah, I was like, all right, well, I don't like any of that endgame stuff, so done. And so I missed like a bunch of patches. I missed a bunch of the seasons of the whatever, seasons of the blood, or you know, where you can get like gear and stuff. Eh. I don't care. I don't want it. I don't care. You like my accent? That's a very accurate accent, and I could be mistaken for being an Englishman. I'm kidding. If Woody, if you're watching, I'm not actually saying that I have a good accent, I promise. Ah. Never hurts to have a minor upgrade there. Shabam! Now we're really rocking the damage, the elemental damage in a really funny looking outfit. I love that. I love that. Gigi, what are you doing? Why do you look so sad? Zap, 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 zap. So yeah, sorry, the first part of the campaign's a little boring, but it's just because mage like is a very XP based class. Like you just gotta level up so you can get all the skills and shit in place. Then you start doing the real big damages. Just ain't there quite yet. I also got a good southern accent. I could very well be mistaken for being southern. I am actually southern. I had a lot of first-hand experience with learning that particular accent. And I can tell the difference between, most of the time, I can tell the difference between someone from like Kentucky and Louisiana, Texas, etc. But don't test me on it because I would likely fail. I'm sure that I'm like aggrandizing my own skill at that in my own head, right? Are still I get nope, don't attack me. I'm not ready. Give me a sec. Just give me a sec. Guys, hang on. Just want to look, I want to look at some stuff. Just hang on. And skill specializations. Bum, bum, bum. Chain probably, right? Or quadruple cast. Doesn't pack a super big punch right now. So maybe focus on chain. There's one where it can chain back to the same person. Where is it? Now hits the same target after a delay. Oh, okay, but it no longer chains to additional enemies. But it can fork. Right? Yeah. It can fork or chain. And then quadruple cast? Yeah, huh. I think they changed that too, because before you couldn't. It said like a long time ago it said that you couldn't chain or fork if you were doing that double quadruple casting or whatever. Okay, sure. Hello? Oh. Come on. And we're in the Lightning Club. Where are we going? Hiya! 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 This is also, I believe, lightning damage. Seemingly a little more, right? Doing a little better than Lightning Blast looks like. Hiya! Hiya! Alright, well I guess we are a Mana Strike mage for now. Let's see. Increase attack speed. Sounds good to me. And spell damage? Yeah, we'll go that direction. Oh, and okay, yeah. Can get it remotely casting. Perfect. And I think that might eventually have the capability to shoot lightning bolts. Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Oh, mana arc. Okay, well. Not exactly the same thing, but... Okay, fine, whatever. Now I just have to remember that I'm not using lightning blast. Pardon me for even clearing my throat. It's necessary. Oh, I'm lightning blasting. Lightning blasting. It's always good when you get a little tower thing that coincides with whatever build you're using. Still don't have a traversal skill, still hitting it by instinct. Zippy zap. Zappy zap. Take that. Hiya. Easy. Too easy, I think is a quote from this game. I don't remember. Now you can die in peace. Is he dying? I think he's dying. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want it. Hiya! That's right. I got a PB AoE. I also got a PB and J. And AARP. And AAA. What's up? MD, PhD, ASAP, RSVP, NAACP, FBI, CIA. Acronym. What is this? Blood, rip blood? Yeah, I don't know that you could rip blood out of vases, but I'm all for it. I don't know why they're keeping blood in vases. Why wouldst thou keep blood in thine vase? Oh, she didn't like my accent. That's whatever. Everybody's a critic. All right.
You're here to help. There's a drink. Good carefully.
Dude, I ain't listening to you. I'm just seeing all these bad guys and I'm gonna kill the bad guys. That's what you want me to do, and that's what I'm gonna do. So just let me do that. Kill the bad guys. I don't have time to chit chat. That's bad guy killing time that I'm wasting. I think I've only really once gotten so far into the mage tree, but I don't think I've ever really like done endgame stuff with one before. So this could be interesting if it pans out. Don't chase me. I'm chasing you. A bit of status effects there, a little bit of status effects there. Yeah, take it. Take some indiscriminate damage. But nothing more interesting that I can say. I'm doing the work.
It isn't safe. We'll reconvene outside.
What? Hiya.
That should hold them. Well,
Shh, old man. Let's go.
Get out of here first, and then I'll explain more. These peace talks are hardly worth it if you don't know why Orion is after us.
Go ahead and get a little bit of power up here. Hiya. Hiya. I'll go ahead and put this run speed to use. Oh yeah, no problem. See you later, Amy. Have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. And I wish I had some pizza. I guess I kind of always wish that. That's never gonna be a different thing. I will always wish that I had pizza and tacos. I love tacos. Oh, rings. Yes, we do need rings. We do indeed need rings. I could use fire resistance and dodge rating. That would be cool. Still not level 10, huh? No, I did that right. Yeah. And then we'll want... The bonus doesn't sound too bad. What is arcane light? Oh yeah, okay. I guess... Increased by intelligence? Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Keeping it cash. Die, fire things. Beetles? I think that's what they are. You mean beetles? Or are they like robot beetles? Die, brass beetles. I think they're brass. Well, brass wouldn't make for a good like thing, like a mechanical thing, right? Like, isn't brass prone to rusting, or is it just rusting is oxidizing, right? But would that be a thing? Would that affect brass, or does it turn to copper when it rusts? I don't know enough about metals to really know what I'm talking about, but I guess that's like what they call stoner thoughts, right? Stoner thoughts. Pick a different class? I was responding to the chat, which you probably can't see yet. No, you can't see it. Someone said, how do I change the skills that are on my tree? I was like, well, pick a different class. That's the only way to do it. Damn, they have some agonizing screams, right? Ow, ow. Oh, level 8. Okay, well, not quite there. I will take them points, though. Wasn't there a autocast for this? I think I remember there being an autocast, right? This particular skill. How would I find that in here? Oh, it's the Frostclaw, I think. Hey, with Frostclaw, no. It's somewhere, I think. No, but yeah. Yeah, there you go. I guess I could switch over to that. Does that turn into lightning? Yeah, that turns into lightning, right? Where would that be? Converted? Convert. Right there? Yeah. Cool. Can do. That'd be a good amount of damage, right? Cast. And it's just mana arc. That is the... Okay, whatever. Yeah, cool. Good. And then you're just gonna kind of hang out. On my skill tree here until I get something else, or until I get frost. Yeah. Good. Good. Oh, that can be converted, huh? Ah. Oh yeah. Converted to lightning damage. Okay. 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 Sweet. I guess let's go for that until I can get Frostclaw. Oh, I only have 2 points. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Hiya! Hiya! Am I still on the... Yeah. Copyright free music. Just want to make sure that I'm not going to get claimed. Hiya! Oh, I'm feeling hydrated. So hydrated. Come on, gotta go fast. Gotta go faster than this. Let's do this. Come on.
Make sure the Epoch's safe.
Hiya, 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 hiya. No.
Everything okay?
Hurrah.
What? That must and us. What happened? We then
Ah.
stay safe. Stay alive.
A Burt Ward? I guess int. Check stash RQ. These can go away. No, still no on those, and no on those. Okay, fine. Soon enough. Hiya. 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 Oh, tomorrow's gonna be Marvel Rivals. I still don't know what I'm gonna call the days. I slurred my speech for some reason. Maybe I'm having a brain thing. Obviously, if I can't even think of what brain thing it might be. Maybe I'm having a brain thing. Hiya. But I'm trying to think of ways to theme the days. I didn't realize that was gonna rhyme, but here we are. It's like, you know, alliteration is always good. So like, I don't know, Tactical Tuesday, or, you know, I don't know, Tommy Gun Tuesday. And I could play crime games or or tactical shooter Tuesday. But I don't play really like milsims or and I'm not really playing an FPS right now. I'm playing a mobile FPS because you get to be an inflatable dinosaur and it's very hilarious. Yeah, no, I just don't have a good T word to use. TTT. Time Travel Tuesday, but I don't really do any time travel games. Taco? Is there anything related to tacos that have a history in gaming? Like, no, that's weird. Theme Tuesday, but it's not. I mean, that'd be better for. It'd be like Theme Thursday. Can you go outside? No? Yes? Do you need to make a poopy? I'm asking my dog, not a human being. Do you need to make a poopy? Although I guess if I had a family member that kept forgetting that they had to, then maybe I would be saying that to them. That hasn't happened yet. Please don't pee or poop on the floor. That would be something I don't want. Go fig. Please don't do it. Oh, that's where you've been hiding, you piece of shit. Alright, now we actually have a transversal. Ah! Transversal skill. Get fudged! And we will maketh use of it. And we will also maketh use of this shield, and we will just have that on the bars just in case. Do you need to go outside? Chi-Chi, need to go outside? I'm not just going to leave the door open. I can't, because that one can't go out there unsupervised. I don't know why I'm trying to strategize with her, but at least I'm giving her the opportunity to hear my side of things. You pee on that floor, I will be very sad about it. I'm just gonna go check and see if they need water, if they need to go out. Want hundo? You want hundo? I think, is that a thing? Do people ever say that? Time will tell. Oh, she wanted fresh water. I am the waterman. Very strange distinction. But I made that space my own. Get hammered. Oh, I'm gonna die. Forgot I had that. Forgot I had this flame ward thing. It's a bitch getting old, let me tell you. Oh. Fountains of gold. What's up? I guess it wouldn't hurt having another ring. I don't have both of those slots filled. So hey, yeah. guys don't all have to say the same thing. It's enough to just have one of you do your battle cry, you know? We're getting hammered. We're getting so hammered. I guess is what they're saying. I don't know who that was supposed to be. Hey, a little helper friend. Hello, friend. Yeah. I think I'm like kind of overleveling? Overleveled? 7? Not really. You're supposed to keep it like within 5 levels of your current level. I think, roughly. Oh, wasn't supposed to go in there. Nope, don't chase me. Don't do it. She's in there plotting. I don't know what she's plotting, but she's plotting something. I hope it's not poop. I hope she's not plotting poop. I'm not. I don't care. I just want to kill you. Don't care about no Epoch. I'm onto your tricks. Oh. Stop the animation, huh? No, I don't want it. I don't care. You can have it. Well, before I end you. That's fine. You can have it before I take you out of this world. That's okay. I don't need it. Want to do some killing. Oh, look at that. I dodged you, buddy. You spry on my feet for an old man. Could be magic. Still can't get that, huh? It's fine. Speaking of. Didn't pay attention to any of that. Time to go, Forest Man. Gotta do it. Gotta go. Always gotta keep things moving forward.
A terror's blessing. Prayers be with you.
I think it's 25 that I'm gonna be able to wear those boots. 24 and then 29. 26 though for this. That might be worth investing into Fireball for, because could be better. 226. 91. Yeah. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where'd it go? Where is it? Where is it? Oh. It will not say that because I have not yet put the gloves on, so I can't tell what the tooltip will say.
Quiet since he returned. If you
we'll fix that.
Lena, I'm so sorry to you too. This is what's best for us all.
Okay.
With the Epoch's power.
Yep. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. It is time. I wish a gravelly voice was what I was intending. That's just because my throat hurts. Or didn't need to go that way. It's just where the waypoint is. Totally fine.
The shard seems to have taken me somewhere. Yet my surroundings appear familiar.
The shard seems to have taken me somewhere. Where have you taken me, shot? Hiya. I don't see why that is so incredibly powerful. And that takes a couple of hits. Because melee damage. Oh, hello. Fire, maybe? I don't know. Yay.
And who are you?
Going with mana strike until we get to which coming up. And yep. And passives, there we go. Yay! Oh, a little too far. Overshot it a little bit. All good. I'm guessing that still counts as like a lightning skill, yeah? I'm assuming. Which means they're getting attacked with the lightning blast thing. I think everybody's on board so far. By everybody, I mean me. And by on board, I mean grasping what's going on. But just barely. Just barely.
Terra, watch over you.
Although that's like all the time, you know? I almost never know what's going on at any given point. I'm just very confused all the time. Hiya! See, I couldn't even remember that I have a melee attack. Yet I don't need it. Don't need your well wishes. I just need to kill some stuff.
Minimus, run your stupid one. Leave me.
Oh yeah, see, they did the zippy zap. The old zippy zap. That's not kind. You don't just go around eating random soldiers. It's not kind to the soldiers. Or to your digestion. I cannot imagine that all that metal and you know, leather, like tanned leather, it's not really nutritious. I can't imagine it's gonna be good for you. It's probably gonna cause indigestion to some degree. And then, you know, humans are dirty. You know, there's probably all kinds of germs and diseases. It's just not worth it. It's not food safe. And in this world, you gotta be food safe. In this world, the world that we're in the game, you know, where it's like void horrors and you know, scary constructs, and you know, it's bleak. What is that? We've got more people to save. Fools! So many fools! I mean, I had that, or I have that. I don't really see it benefiting me in this particular build. But I do want to know what a historical figure from Eterra's history is. If it's casting over there, it means I can teleport over there. This I know, because of video game law. No, I don't need to go that way. Hiya! 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 When you have a lot of enemies round, you must use lot of enemy skill round. Defeat. Skill. Enemy level. Done. Gordon Ramsay. Hiya. I am Gordon Ramsay. I have ascended. What am I doing now? I want to... What? Friggin' Frost Claw. So I cannot teleport up there, I think. Okay, I've tried. We will try again. But I think I've tried that and it does not work. It's like they're just really specific about not letting you teleport. Yeah. It's whatever. That's a cool helm. Oh yeah. Doesn't really look like a frost helm. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
What brings you here?
I wish you could do that, like, just through all the dungeons, just be like, please don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. And then they're like, oh, okay. I didn't know that it was causing you anxiety, I'm sorry, but I'll back off. You know, if only monsters were just a little bit considerate, you know, just a little bit. Maybe we'd all get together and, you know, have a fun, like, society where, you know, you could do stuff and be a person. I don't know where any of that's going. We'll start investing in that. Don't want it to be a channeled ability. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, we're good. I thought I kind of had to like take that in order to get any of these buffs, but I guess not. Yes, that's a spark charge. Yeah. Overcharged, sure. Is that? Yeah. I'm into it. Hiya! Hiya! Wait, I wanted to start using frost claw. Thank you. Hiya! Hiya! And then that'll start shooting elemental novas, I guess, is the lore here. And then we're just gonna try and buff that as much as possible for now until we can get fireball changed to lightning around level 20 something. This doesn't seem to be doing a lot of damage. Per second. I think it's just because we don't have the right gear right. And that will be handled through, what is this? Melee lightning. Spell damage though. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Cause Spell damage. We need spell damage. That's just plain and simple. No. Gosh darn it! It's all just right there. And now enemies can get zippy zapped. And Frostclaw is pretty fun. Oh yeah, because I can get it to auto cast on retaliation, right? Yeah. Oh, melee attack. Wait a second. I've got it. Okay, so yeah, we'll use that with Mana Strike, which turns into a melee attack. Or is a melee attack, but can turn into a ranged attack. Does it still count, though? Let's say... Does it still count as a melee? I guess we'll check. If it still says melee in the tooltip, then I would think that that would trigger those. Again, I guess we shall see. No, don't pounce on me. That's not. So, still gotta decide which ascendancy. Actually, I just remembered that you can change them now, so it really doesn't matter. We can play around with each of them. Which is a pretty cool, I must say. Flawless accent. From which country? No idea. But there is one somewhere. There is a country somewhere. And gosh darn it, someday I'm gonna go there. Sir, you can't fight your own battles? What's up? Stop! 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 Hello? Makes you think I have not been. I have been here this whole time, buddy. That's right, get owned. Do people still say that? Get owned. So that's Council Chambers is what, like a third of the way? Not even a third. Fifth of the way through the campaign? So maybe 6 hours to beat the game.
I see.
Don't need nothing. You don't need to tell me nothing. I just need to just point me in the direction of what to kill, and I'll kill it.
You, the gods
Thank
of
you.
long left this world, but their memory will give you comfort.
What?
Be safe.
Oh damn. Usually don't give you the oh, because it's the guild, the thing that I joined, I guess, the faction.
Yes.
I'm all for that. And don't need that. Or that. Or that.
Follow your feet.
These guys back in there. Nope. Not high level enough to wear anything else. That's it. So we'll be using Mana Strike. Next one, what you call it? Skill specialization. I don't think it's for a while. 20. No, that's not that long. We can endure. Oh yeah? Is that right? Oh, that's not a bad guy. Well, good thing friendly fire ain't on. Hello. Get frozen. I will not get. I do not want to. That is not what I wanted. Hello. She wants me to scratch her back. That is what I will do. She wants the scratchies. I will give the scratchies. Although apparently I gave her inadequate scratchies. That's fine. I won't take too much offense to that. Nope. Nope, don't do it. Don't do it, buddy. Ah! New goblin! I wasn't looking. And that dude pounces, come on. Mana regen. Nothing I can use. If I can exchange the gold items for lightning items, that would be ideal. That'd be gosh darn peachy. You do not need to go outside. I know for a fact you don't. Hey, Woody, what's up? Never any need to apologize for being late to a stream. You know, we're all casual here. I think that's. I'm not going to use that. Yeah, that's fine. Because when I was playing fire, volcanic orb was actually very useful. But just not useful to this particular build at the moment. I just need the right upgrades. Chance of shock is fine, but I don't have anything, I think, with increased lightning damage except for the staff. I think that might be it. You know, elemental damage, but that's just all around elemental damage. I mean, and that's, it's great for elemental nova, but we want to, ooh, elemental damage, hell yeah. But what we want to do is we want to make elemental nova auto cast with Frostclaw. That's what we want. And if Mana Strike can maintain its ranged attack while keeping the mana tag, or a melee tag, then that could be the best vehicle to use, because it is also lightning damage. It's all working out. No! Keep forgetting that the shield is a thing. That might be pretty good. 8 spell damage. Hell yeah, yeah. Cold damage. Screw it. We're just taking upgrades as we can find them. Ooh! Speaking of upgrades, come on. No, no, I didn't freeze him. Come back, you son of a bitch. Okay. Nope. 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 And nope. Okay. Screw you, Loot Goblin. What kind of Loot Goblin are you? Loot Lizard? We have an opportunity to get another unique here. What do we got? What do we got? Sentinel. Well, could have been worse, I guess. Although, I guess completely useless to me is pretty bad. It might not, you know, it could just not have been a nemesis there, so it's good, I guess. Get out of here. You guys are crazy. The pups are crazy. In all the cute ways. In all the cutest ways. Everyone tries to betray, you know, the fate or the faith of this player character. It's like, you gotta stop trusting people so readily, you know. Just kind of triple dipping here on the overall boss health pool, while I can keep them condensed. Don't. Whoop. Whoop. Just die. Just fight the big one, why don't you? Come on. Nobody wants you around. Oh, that didn't hit him. Okay. Owie. All right, I took out the one that's in competition for me. Canonically, you know, like it's a skill to have the lightning damage, so you know he's gotta respect it. He's gotta respect that I'm a peer and a rival. Very important, you know, power dynamic. Hiya! Double dipping. Bada bing, bada boom. Don't wander too far. Yeah. Dodger. Damn, not bad for rogue leveling item. But I don't need that. I do need retaliation and I guess the overcharged thing. Still good. Still good. Okay. And I think we're just going back to town. Because this guy's, what? You need to go outside? Actually, this time she keeps wanting to go outside and ends up not doing it. I don't know. Because it's been raining today, so I don't know if she's like got a poop and she's like just been holding it in because she doesn't want to poop outside because she's a big fan of not pooping outside when it's wet. I don't know, you know. I don't know, you know.
What? Goodbye.
Yeah, I already have those, guy. Just giving me the same thing, man. You bastard. Do I like Charlie Kirk? I believe that Charlie Kirk is a baby-faced moron.
Gods be with you.
Like to make fun of him? Yes, I do. I enjoy making fun of him a lot. And anyone who says that much that they advocate for children then spends all their time bullying them is pretty sad. Either bullying or indoctrinating anyway. You do not have to poop. She does not have to poop. I'm onto you. She's trying to fool me. If I open the door for you, I have to let her out, and I can't go outside with her because she has to be supervised because she had surgery yesterday. You see, this is very complicated. And I wish that you could understand me. Do I agree with any of his views? Of course not. I mean, unless he's expressed a view that I've never heard before. But everything I've heard has been pretty antithetical to my own views. If you can mention a specific one, I'd be happy to be specific, but I you know, just overall, he's just kind of a douchebag. Not kind of a douchebag, he's an absolute douchebag. Abortion views? I think abortion should be up to the person who's having to make that decision and nobody else. So if he believes that abortion is murder, which I'm pretty sure that is his stance, I would say I disagree. Pretty simple. Why am I only level 14? Come on, man. You don't need to go out. I guarantee you do not need to go out. Don't look at me like that. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't take you out. I gotta finish the stream, man. That's how things go. So again, tomorrow will be a very appropriate Marvel Rivals, after the reactions, of course. What about his views on Israel-Palestine? I'm not sure what his stance is on the Israel-Palestine conflict, but I think if you are in support of the genocide that's happening, then I would disagree with that particular view. I think anyone who takes an exclusive pro-Israel or pro-Palestine stance is in a losing argument. Like, you can't look at it with such a macro lens. Like, that's the way that we got this way in the first place. Especially, like, in terms of dehumanizing people that are dying by the, you know, hundreds of thousands or millions, right? Over 1 million dead now? It's like, you know, you can dislike whoever you want, whatever religion you want, but once it spills into holy war, you're kind of, both sides aren't exactly good guys. And if your capabilities are advanced enough to bomb a country in the ground that you've already isolated so that they can really not escape, in which the majority is, you know, women and children. It's like, what is it? 80% after the last time they were ethnically cleansed. I think the majority, like 80% of the men were under the age of 18, some shit like that. Very sad. And the extremism has just reached America, and that's like, we built this environment, you know? We did that shit. We made our own bed, and now none of the leadership that, you know, was in support of any of that bullshit, like, at this point wants to accept accountability for it, so it's also kind of fucked up. And some of them are old enough to have helped write the legislature, or have been like, you know, maybe in school at that time, but still. Not even then, like probably not even born, because that was just after World War II, so I think we maybe have some veterans that were alive back then, but I think the last World War II vet is either dead or close to it. Also, a lot of the times when guys like Kirk say that they are pro-Palestine or pro-Israel, they tend to mean that they are pro, like, colonizing and kicking people off land and stuff, which wouldn't be cool. So, yeah, I think, you know, pretty much anything he says, you can assume I'm going to disagree with it. And I'm comfortable with making that generalization. It is, for the most part, correct. Come on, Frostclaw. You are not doing the damage I want you to. Oh, I like that increase in cast speed, damn. Chi-Chi, I'm not letting you outside. Until the stream is over. You got 8 minutes. Can you wait 8 minutes? Yes, you can wait 8 minutes. What was static again? I don't think I really need that. I think that's not a very... Oh no, yeah, when you move or when you get hit, that's fine. We can just get rid of shield for that. I don't think that needs to be on the bar for our autocast, but I'm not sure, so we can play around with that once I get to that point. 19, 20. Bada bing. Zap. Zap. Don't need any of that stuff. Definitely not doing the damage that my rogue was doing by this point. I mean, we're like really early on, but still, I get to complain at all times. I forgot that you gotta cast that until you can make passive. Zap. It zaps quite nicely. But since that works on getting hit too, then it synergizes a little bit, at least. I want to look at these stats. Just don't hurt me. Ow! Don't do it. Just give me a sec. Just give me a sec. Hold on. I need to. Okay. Fine. That's fine. I gotta take a look. Give me 2 seconds. No physical damage. I don't need that. Nope. Give me 1 second. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. I picked up. Oh, elemental damage. That's fine. 'Cause that'll be good for Nova. Don't breathe your fire stuff on me. Don't do it. I won't allow it. couple of stacks of ignite on you there. Just to round things out, you know? Increase to elemental damage, not just lightning. Alright, we did it. Yay! Congratulations to me. What does that say? Iron. Oh, yeah. White damage. Flame ward. Nope. Darn it! Not getting the gear I want.
Eterra's grace be with you.
Eterra's grace be with you. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't touch me. I won't take it. I don't want it. Ooh, okay. Didn't realize I was dying. Guys, just let me get to the exit. I know that you guys don't want me in here any more than I want to be in here. So just let me get to the exit and we can all go about our business. I know I'm just shooting flames out of my head. That's fine. That's because I touched one of your guys' pillars. So in actuality, this is all your fault. Ooh, could use that. Oh no. So, screw it. It's fine. We'll just fight everybody. And I don't need to live through this. Ooh. Hello, don't stun me. Wouldn't it just be like so me if I went ooh and clicked on this? Okay, sir. I guess he can teleport right behind me, which is not ideal. So I don't think I have shit for defense right now. Okay. Yep, nope, I don't have shit for defenses. Are they fighting each other? No. Okay. I guess get fucked by this dude. I didn't know that was a thing. Cool. Take him out, boy. He's probably going down? No, he's not going down. Neither of them are going down. Okay, I was taking them down way quicker. Nope, don't do it. Just go down. Come on, you can do it. You're not even doing much. You're just kind of teleporting around. This is very boring for me, okay? Look at him. Look at him. No wonder why you were exiled. If he could fight better, he would have been able to escape his captors. So there's that. Right. And now you're exiled again into the ground. Ooh, elemental damage. That's pretty good. Not bad. I think. Oh. Not much of a difference. But it is all good. Ooh. Haste. Minion damage. Cool. Nothing I need. Bastards. I've come to rescue you. Okay, bye. Consider yourself rescued. All right, I think we're almost to the end. The end of time. I think is it this? No. We go back to the last refuge, right? Or something. Because this is was a friend. Okay. I think he was a friend and is no longer a friend. I think that's the case. I'm just gonna hang on. I gotta invest points into these things. Just give me a sec. Oh no. Just give me a sec. Just ow. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. I think just with status ailments, yeah, it's more. Okay. Oh, that was like the overcharge thing, I think. Oh, nope, that's a, yep. Keep going with that. Okay. Ooh, that was close. I don't think that I would instantly die probably from any of this stuff. I get scared and, you know, it makes me not really want to chance it. Oh yeah. Nope. I thought I could freeze him, but that didn't work. Fine. His shots are so lazy, but I am still like having trouble just walloping him, walloping him. All right, end of time. And that's an appropriate place to leave off because it is the end of my time as well. Yeah, we're gonna leave it here, and then tomorrow I'm gonna be playing Marvel Rivals, so it's gonna be a little bit of a different game. And yeah, just gonna be chilling again. Really, keeping it going, you know. Same old, same old. Well, if you stopped by, thank you very much. If you're still here, thank you for staying. And yeah, I'm Goose. I am Goose. I'll be streaming again. I thought that I was gonna have the module thing on a timer that says, you know, the Discord and whatnot, but I guess not. I'll mess with it a bit while I'm offline, and we will see if I can get it fixed. But for now, I'm gonna turn off Discord because it is time for me to go and take my pups out and gonna join my wife. We're gonna take a walk around parks, chill out, and then come home and do it all again tomorrow. You know, like regular people. All right. Streaming every Tuesday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. GMT -7, I believe. If I remember correctly. I probably don't. Oh, she's very sleepy. Nope, she saw me. She saw me and woke up. Yeah. Thanks. I'm Goose. Subscribe, like, do all that stuff. Please like and subscribe. That is the thing that I'm missing. I'm getting plenty of views on the content. It's beautiful. Like, but the thing is just the subscribers. Got to get the subs. And once I get the subs, then I can get the you know, the more incentive to stream more often, because then I can justify it to my wife. you know, if you can make money or whatever. There's a potential. So yeah, the more this grows, the more I can do it. Obviously, I think everybody has that mentality, but you need to say it sometimes.